Morning, Louie.
Good morning, Greg. How are you doing?
Oh, just fine.
Just like me.
Another beautiful Sunday morning.
A beautiful Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And I want to thank our viewers. Today is Sunday, August 11, 2019.
And we want to welcome everybody to our weekly podcast, Garage Door Politics. My name is Greg.
My name is Louis.
And we want to welcome all our live Facebook viewers, our live YouTube viewers, and our audio listeners on Anchor FM and Apple Podcast and Twitter and Periscope and you name it, we're on it.
The list is long.
The list is long. But anyway, we're live from Las Vegas in our garage studio, as we like to call it. That's why we call it Garage Door Politics.
That's why we call it.
Garage Door Politics. But Louis, we had a lot of things. We had something breaking yesterday.
I got breaking news this morning.
I know.
5 o'clock.
Okay, but we got breaking news yesterday. Jeffery Epstein, the sex trafficker, or whatever you want to call it, pedophile, billionaire or millionaire, he's evidently committed suicide in his New York jail cell.
That's what they keep saying.
They said it was suicide. They haven't really officially came out and called it how he did it, but anyway, and it came a day after, on Friday, when they unsealed 2,000 pages of court documents about the investigation into him.
That would expose too many powerful people.
Well, 3 names that already came out. We had the former governor of New Mexico, Bill Richardson. We had the former senator from Maine, Mitchell, I believe. And then we also had Prince Andrew. And that was the 3 names that came out. You think there's possibility more?
Well, he's got to be much more. If the guy's a billionaire,
Yeah.
he's got a house in Manhattan that they say it costs what, $180 million because that's prime real estate.
Well, yeah, in Manhattan, it's a very expensive.
He had what? No, some kind of a building just for himself. 4 stores high. I saw on TV. No.
Well, he also had he owned even an island. He had an island. He had all this, but he used
real
all this.
estate, and he used it for everything.
And he had an airplane, and they called it the Pedophile Express. And so that was the name of the airplane. Yeah. So anyway, so what do you think? Is there going to be investigation into how he died, or is this the hand of something that's come over and squashed? So you think this is going to be squashed? You think this is a dead men tell no tales, correct? Is that what they're thinking about?
That's
right?
the idea.
Really.
So listen, if you do that, or I do that, everything is going to be exposed. With him, no. See, I'm not so sure if, they let him commit suicide. No, he was supposed to be on a suicide watch.
Well, absolutely.
But
El Chapo was when he was in the same place.
yeah, but that's a different charge.
Well, I know, but this is different.
That's completely different. Now, to me, if a suicide was committed, that tells me how deep he was.
Well, not only that, I think there's some people out there are afraid that that there's going to be more names come out, and they
Oh.
thought if he went to trial,
If they continue doing that search and research, you
right?
better believe it. You might come about over 30.
Well, there's this what from some of the documents that were unsealed that we had privy to. That there was a lot of world leaders involved. There was high-profile politicians involved. We've only had 3 names so far come out.
So far, this is just the beginning.
It's the tip of the iceberg.
That's
It's the tip of
it.
the iceberg. So I think
I don't know
there's
if
a lot
they're
of
gonna-
conspiracy theories out there now.
Right now.
There's a lot of
this guy.
conspiracy. That's Donald Trump. Donald Trump
I
actually.
think he's involved too.
Oh, you think? What about Bill Clinton? He wrote
He
27 times. You know, they
might.
have logs from the
That's what
airplane.
I'm telling you.
You know, it's
Silence the damn man.
yeah.
And now, let's bury the rest. So people don't know. Nothing comes out.
So you think this is it
You
goes?
expect the FBI to do something about that?
What are they going to do? What are they going to do? What's the DOJ going to do? What are they going to do? Everything is quiet, huh? Well, you know what?
It's gonna
It's going to
take
be
1 week.
it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out after his death, and we'll see how far the case goes, and we'll see some other. But
It's not gonna go too far.
so you think it's going to be just squished?
Oh, the heck, it will.
You think it'll be squished?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, we'll
But the
revisit
two
that.
prominent names are at stake.
Right. I agree. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. It really will be.
I'm sitting back.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. After the horrific shootings of last weekend, President Trump visited El Paso and he visited Dayton, Ohio.
And I have to say,
And he had a lot of backlash for that.
that's all I want to say.
Well, go ahead.
Nobody wants him there.
Why? He's the president.
I know, but that's the situation we are having now. Because all those things are happening because of his hatred speech. He points the finger at everybody, but when it comes to white supremacists, he refrains himself.
That's not what he said this week.
He's trying to save himself.
Oh.
I'm talking about what he's been talking since 2015. That rhetoric.
Okay.
He has been
So
doing
I have a question.
that.
I have a question.
Okay.
So if he didn't go visit these cities, he would have got backlash for that too.
He would.
So
I
he
do
can't
believe
win.
so.
He can't win.
He's a
He can't win, right?
loser situation.
He's doing his job.
But
He's doing his job.
I don't know if he's doing his job because
He is. He's
I
doing
have
his job.
seen no
I
president.
can't fault him for that.
I fault him.
I can't.
I do.
I can't.
Because I never seen a president come out in front of the cameras and say things he's saying. Many times we talk about those things, but we are not on the camera. And
Well, we should be. We should be on 24/7, sort of like
oh yeah,
Big Brother or something.
forget it.
Big Brother.
We don't have a brotherhood here.
Oh, we don't have a brotherhood here. What kind of hood do you got? What kind of hood? You got a hoodie?
We are just neighborhood.
No. Anyway.
So he's putting his count on the edge because of his hatred speech. Every time he opens his mouth, hatred, bigotry, racism.
So what's different than from the last 20 years then? What's different?
I never seen Clinton, Obama, and I skipped the Bush. come in front of the TV, because as a president, everything he says in front of the cameras, nationwide, is not just nationwide. He's the president of the most powerful country in the world. Everything reverberates throughout the world.
So that's your opinion on that?
That's what I have to say. Everybody's saying the same thing.
Not everybody.
Oh, the heck is. Oh, no. Just Fox.
No.
But not the facts.
No, everybody has the facts. And I've said many times that President Trump needs to put the Twitter down. I've said that a lot.
Oh, that's going to be
said that a
the
lot.
best thing he's had to do.
Well, I believe that. But as far as everything else goes, you know, from day one, he's never been given the chance to govern.
How?
Day one. Day
How?
one. The Russia hoax. The Russia hoax.
He's dead.
Now
we can't
now
just
they
prove.
traded the Russian hoax for the white supremacists now. So you know when one thing goes away, then they find something else. So it's always going to be this way.
What I just said from the beginning, hatred. Every time something happens with the white supremacist, he refrains from even pointing the finger. Now he's trying something else. Guns control.
Yeah, well, we're going to get that in a minute. We're going to
Okay.
get to that in a minute.
So
Anyway,
Okay.
has anyone thought about starting your own podcast out there? Well, when me and Lily were looking around and searching under rocks and trees and just about everything else, trying to find a way to get on mainstream podcasting, we found Anchor FM. Anchor is your one-stop shop for hosting, distributing, and uploading your podcast, and you can even do it from your phone. And best of all, it's easy to use and it's free. Doesn't cost you a nickel, and you could possibly get paid to podcast. So anyway, if you'd like to get started today, just go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start, and they'll get you going on your merry way down to podcast land.
right.
Okay. All right. Now, the NRA.
NRA.
Okay. There's been a big call this week for expanded background checks. They even had protesters go to Mitch McConnell's house in Kentucky because Congress is on vacation. Of course, that's probably 90% of the time.
110.
Well, anyway, it's kind of after these shootings now, people are really going after the NRA because they figure the NRA is the problem. The NRA
is
how it. No, you
not the Second Amendment. The NRA.
Well, then tell me what.
No, I'm gonna get there.
The
But
strap
first
you in.
first I have to say is after the shooting in I think it was Australia by this New Zealand guy.
No, it was in New Zealand.
It was in New Zealand.
It was in New Zealand. Yes, it was.
But he came from what?
I don't know.
He wasn't a New Zealand. The way I can't.
Well,
remember.
anyway, but it
Okay.
happened in New Zealand.
No way. So in six weeks after the shooting, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, she banned assault rifles to be sold in the country.
Okay.
Now,
They're autonomous, so they can do what they want to do over there.
right, that's what is good. The NRA doesn't give them money under the table. So they are free from the NRA. There is no NRA in Australia or New Zealand. And after that shooting, can you tell me how many shootings have been happening after that?
I haven't heard of any. Okay.
0.
But how big a country is New Zealand?
Doesn't
And
matter.
how big a country is
Doesn't
it?
matter.
How many people are there? What's the
Doesn't
population?
matter.
What's the population?
It's what? It doesn't matter to me.
Well, it
It's
matters
what
to me.
we have. the problem, NRA, not the Second Amendment. NRA is a carcinoma in the United States.
Okay.
Because even Trump, which I don't even believe what he said. I mean, I extrapolate a little later. Oh, we have to be more strict. Trump. That's Trump. Who is
Well,
intermingled with the NRA.
and he's not the only one either.
I know that.
I had a list. Everybody's taking money
listen,
from them.
I know that.
Everybody's taking money from them.
Everybody.
Everybody, both sides of the aisle.
Both
You
sides.
can't put the finger on one person.
No.
You can't.
But I'm not pointing the finger at Trump. I'm just saying, Trump. He came in front of the Congress this week and said we had to have more strict laws. He just said that. The NRA just came to him and said, shut your mouth.
No, he talked with the NRA, and
Well,
the NRA said that his base wouldn't accept expanded background checks.
Now, this is one of the biggest problems in the United States, the NRA, about guns. Because,
They protect the Second Amendment is what they're doing, protecting the Second Amendment.
they protect themselves.
Okay.
They don't protect the Second Amendment.
Strictest gun laws.
Excuse me, they protect, let me finish, please. Let me, they don't protect the Second Amendment. They protect themselves and the ones who pay them to be an association. Who are the real owners of the association?
Well, I have a question too. Now, the strictest gun laws in
You
the
don't
country.
answer to me, so
Chicago.
I have to answer it myself.
Chicago. How many people are killed there daily? They have the strictest gun laws in the nation. Okay?
They can't ban assault rifles.
It doesn't matter. The criminals will get the weapons. The criminals will get the weapons.
That's a little more difficult.
No, not
Do
if you're a
you need
criminal.
an assault weapon here?
No.
That's what I'm talking
But
about.
it's my choice. I choose not to have one. It's
You
my
don't
choice.
need it.
But it doesn't matter. I don't need someone to tell me I can't have it.
I like the way New Zealand did it. Ben,
Well, you know what?
because now they don't, you didn't answer, so I'm going to answer. They haven't had any shooting
Yeah.
after that.
That country's that big. The United States
Doesn't
is that
matter.
big.
Listen, at the moment it's being banned. It goes throughout the country, doesn't matter if it's this big or if it's this big.
But more people.
Doesn't matter.
More people, more criminals. More people, more criminals.
I know that.
Okay,
But
I'm just
that's
doing the
okay.
math. I'm just doing the math. Is what I'm
Jesus,
doing.
you are trying to do is 2 plus 2 equals 5.
Not true.
Okay.
It's 4. I know that. I learned that in kindergarten, I think.
Me too.
Anyway.
This is just euphemism.
Yeah, euphemism. Yeah, okay. Anyway, it's mental illness. We covered this last week. It's mental illness,
It's
and
mental
a lot of people have come out. Just like the guy in Las Vegas here. What about him? What about him? The guy that the FBI arrested Wednesday for making threats against the synagogue and
2
the
years
LGBT.
ago, he was going throughout his neighborhood, like a paramilitary militiaman.
You tell me what that is. Is that mental illness?
It may be a lot of things, but see, Trump's speeches is triggering those people because it's what we had, but it's not being like that. Just what? In 3 days you had 3 or 4 shootings. Those people, sick-minded people.
They shouldn't be allowed to have a weapon.
That's what I say. Easier.
Well, that's why we need to do these background checks.
No.
Ben. No, we can't.
You should.
We can't.
We can.
We can't.
We can. We just don't do it because of the NRA. So I pointed the finger at NRA.
Okay.
That's my shame.
All right. All right. All right. That's your shame today in the NRA?
Oh, the heck it is.
Okay. All right. Well, we're not
I
to
may
shame.
have 3 or 4 more.
Well,
later
okay. All right. All right. Anyway, anyway, you wanted to touch something on about the protest in Moscow and Hong Kong. So what is
Right.
your?
I'm gonna start with Moscow because
Yeah.
Moscow because it's not as deep as Hong Kong, so it's easy to. The problem is
Well,
we can see how the new Tsar is doing. Now, all this is going on just in Moscow because they are up to for election to a new mayor. And Putin just didn't allow anybody who is against him. That's a pretty good Russian democracy, which they never had. And so now they have been arresting protesters 100 to 200 a day.
Well, they had over 850,000 protesting, wasn't it?
That was yesterday.
Well, how many's left? 5?
Mine,
Might be.
I didn't get anything about that.
Okay. So
Because-
what about? So what? Okay. And we know Moscow. Putin's got clamps down on that. We already know that. Hong Kong's a different story.
Hong Kong is different, and it's amazing that China, the continent, hasn't sent troops to. I don't know what the articles of the agreement.
Yeah, the
between-
treaty agreement. Yeah.
Right.
that-
It's amazing that Russian at this point. Oh, Rush, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Sorry, Vlad. We already beat you up.
Right.
We're gonna beat you up again.
China hasn't sent troops to Hong Kong. Might be because of the agreement. But I said that about 4 or 5 weeks ago, right here in front of the
Okay.
camera. I'm seeing written on the wall,
Yeah.
they want to get rid of China. And I think it was 2 days ago when I interviewed with a Western reporter, this Chinese guy just said this. The movement is growing, that's why they keep protesting. We want to be Democrats.
Okay.
We want the democracy we always had here in Hong Kong.
That was before, though. Now the agreement, China has basically got a.
But that's
agreement
what
in.
that's what they are fighting for.
Well, then,
Getting rid of before 2045.
but it's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. They want to be detached from China
Well, there
and
was-
be like Macau. China doesn't do anything in Macau.
Well, but
Macau,
they
they
get the
have
money.
their own
They
government.
get the money, though. They get money.
Of course
But
they
that's
get.
what one guy came out
But
on the
even for
financial.
Hong Kong,
Even the guy on the financials came out this week on CNBC and said that the longer that unrest grows over in Hong Kong, it's going to affect the world global markets.
oh yeah,
So that's a problem we have to keep an eye on. We'll have to
Listen.
keep an eye on.
they want to be like Macau and Taiwan. I don't want you, China.
Well,
I don't want your ideas.
It's gonna
We
be a
are not
problem.
communists. We are Chinese, but we don't accept that.
I know.
That's what they were trying. They are coming because now this is the I said that. Now the guy said this. Now things are growing. Things are growing. Things are growing.
All right. Well, it remains to be seen. We'll see how it shakes
remains
out,
to be
and
seen.
we will report
And
on it.
believe me, at this point, depending what is written on that agreement between England and China, England is gonna in a situation like now, China attacked Hong Kong, England's going to get involved. And behind England, guess who?
Yeah, United States. Well, we're always over there anyway.
We have been doing that for a long time.
Anyway, we're at a part of our podcast. It's our shame pile, and I'm going to let Louis go. Louis, who's you shaming?
I already did it.
Oh, the NRA?
NRA?
Okay, you're going to shame the NRA.
I have two more.
Well, you only get one, so. Anyway, my shame this week is mental health in this country. People trying to get well, and our mental health facilities, our mental health situation as a whole. Well, but we got to do something about it, and Congress needs to act on that too. And but yet they take 6 weeks off.
How do the Congress is going to act on everything that's happening?
Well, they have to do.
They are on vacation 100% of the time.
That's why we elect these people.
Yeah. Well, didn't you have 100% vacation time a year? Munching our money.
Okay.
And doing nothing.
Alrighty.
Isn't that beautiful?
And that is the shame for them.
That's right.
All right. Well, anyway.
Thank you very much.
That's our podcast for today, and we'll see you next week on Garage Door Politics.
We appreciate your time. Have a good day.
Have a good day, Louis.
You too, Brad.